Alright guys, so this is the excitement of my life. I go shopping for myself. This is for Jay, groom. Jay, every time I go to town, I buy 2 packages of these gloves. You made a comment in one of my videos that I'm always wearing gloves. I'm always wearing gloves. And I have a drawer full of them. We're going to put those away where they belong. And we're going to keep going through what I got today. These are the insulators that they now carry. Those are Pinlock wood insulators. They're great on wood posts when your wire goes around this way, but when they go straight through the deer hit them and they break them. But I had to get more of those. Those are going to sit there. And I was going to buy an electric grease gun today, but I sold it for El Cheapo because I wanted a spare or a second grease gun. And then of course, bought a longer hose for it. It's kind of like going Christmas shopping for myself today. I'll go over some of this other stuff here. And I bought some stuff for those insulators, which I will go over. There were some questions about that whole deal. Wobble extensions. They come in handy. So, I picked up a couple of those. Oh, there's a wrench. Get that out. New 3/8 drive, DeWalt. Man, this thing's got a nice handle on it. The problem is my Craftsman that I have, the thing that locks the sockets on doesn't stay locked anymore. So I want a new 3/8 ratchet for the shop, and the 3/8 ratchet that I have, my Craftsman is going to replace this piece of junk, which never locks right. To carry on the tractor and the hay bine. I have a 7/8 socket, which I'll show you quick, that I carry with the hay bine, that if you look at the end of it, I ground it down so it's not as deep, so it grabs on them little nuts that go on the sickle sections better. And I bought this magnet, which I'm hoping I can put a 1/4 inch by 1 inch bolt in there, and then I'll show you guys my camera mount in a minute. I'm hoping to use this as a magnet mount. Like I say, put a 1/4 inch bolt in there through here, then I'll show you my camera mount here, that I can mount that bottom or the adjustable part to this or to my clamp-on mount. So I can clamp my camera in different spots on the combine or whatever and get better angles or whatever. And then the other thing I'm going to show you, this is what I got for those insulators. Go over here and grab an insulator quick. So what my plan is, some people didn't understand exactly what I was explaining the other day about how I was going to do this. I'm going to slip this over the high tensile wire, so the high tensile wire is going through the center hole. And then I'm going to use these and go around like this so I can mount them to the tree. And then here I can leave the screw a little loose so this can move back and forth by the tree, so if a deer does hit it, it has a little bit of give. Or as the tree grows, it has a little bit of give, and then I can just back them off. So this is what I'm going to try. Hopefully you guys can see that. So that was my idea. It would have been nice if they had some bigger ones of these. You know, this is for 1 inch. If you guys will be able to see that, they call it a tube strap. I'm holding it in the right spot or not. So it would have been nice if they would have had them for like 1.5 inches. but they didn't. So this is what I'm gonna try. I don't know if I'm gonna get a chance to go and change them tomorrow, but probably Monday we'll run out and change a bunch of these. So that's what I have going on with those. Like I say, bought a new ratchet. Yeah. So once you get to be nearing 40 years old, you have to go shopping for yourself, because your spouses will ask you what you want, and they're just like, yeah, just go get it yourself, because what we want is apparently too complicated for them to try and find. Or if they go, they get the wrong stuff, so it's easier just to go shopping for yourself. So, anywho, let me get this thing unboxed here quick. And I know I do not have a quarter-inch bolt that short. I'll have to get one downtown in cents. Put these wrenches in the toolbox quick so they're out of the way. And now I will take you guys off of here. Try not to get dizzy because I'm going to spin the camera. Alright, as you can see, I have this Joby, I think is how you say it, or Job. This clamps on, it's adjustable here, and then you've got your quarter-inch thread there. Well, this comes off like that, and I guess it's opposite of what I thought. That's on there, so really, I'm going to set you guys on my gloves here. And hopefully you're going to be able to see what I'm doing, because I'm pretty sure I have a quarter-inch nut in the nut drawer here. So what I'm hoping I can do, and if you want to see the brand, I'll try to look. It says right there, J-O-B-Y. So hopefully, what I'm hoping I can do, that through there, like so. And it's going to be fun to get this nut started with magnets. And then hopefully it can just go like that. And now, as you can see here, I can clamp it on to wherever, like in the tractor or the combine. So, and then have the camera mount on there, and you guys will be able to see what the heck I'm doing. And I just hand tighten that nut, so it shouldn't take very much to get that back off in there. And then use the clamp on one if I have to. So that's just a little bit about that. So but this is the main thing I wanted to show you guys. There was questions about this, but I'm thinking when I do this, I'm going to have this more so the notch is up and down. And like I say, if I have to, I'll put electrical tape around there to keep the wire from going up and shorting out on that copper. So, anyway, not for me. It's a horse call, so I don't got to worry about that. But that's what I'm thinking. So the people that had questions about how I was going to do this and how I wasn't going to short out, it's going to mount to the tree. The wire is going to go through the hole, and there you go. Hopefully this will be stronger than those plastic deals. I'm sure that copper there could break too, but it's got to be stronger than the plastic. And if it doesn't hold up, well, then I guess I'm going to make something. I'll set up a die or whatever and bend some metal to go around here and drill holes in some heavier metal if I have to. But hopefully these will work. These, for 5 of them, I think was $1.14. So they're pretty cheap. Pretty cheap thing to try. So, yeah. And then on the grease gun, you guys, my other grease gun has the lock and lube tip on there, and I always change it when I go to one of the other things. I have a needle grease fitting that I use on, I'll drill a hole in a sealed bearing or whatever and put grease in there. But I noticed, I watched Bandit's video here a couple months back, and he was showing how to grease non-serviceable bearings, and he had a hypodermic needle that threaded on one. Bandit, if you watch this or whatever, I'd like to know where you found that, because to date I have not found a bearing that has a rubber or a plastic seal on it. But if I ever do, it'd be handy to have one of those needles like what you have. So yeah, I bought this grease gun so I can grab it and bring it with me on the combine or whatever, or in the baler. And I don't know if I might just put the regular tip on this grease gun and then switch this one back and forth and leave the lock and lube on the other one. I'm not for sure, but I want to go through the combine this winter and try and grease all of those non-serviceable bearings that are on it. Just, you know, with how old it is, they've never been changed. I'm sure they could stand to see some grease. So, and over the winter when nothing else is going on, it'd be a good time to go through and, you know, drill tiny little holes in all of them and pack them full of grease and then, you know, seal them back up. So yeah, I kind of went Christmas shopping for myself here. So like I say, that's that. I got these. I bought, they only had 3 packs left, so I bought all 3 of them. Let's say they're like $1.14 a piece, you know, for 5. And then I'll have to go and notch a few more of these, but I think right now there's only 2 or 3 insulators that are broke. I think all the other ones I can just back the screws off and they'll be fine because the trees are growing and they're starting to bend. But I'm going to change the broken ones with these, and who knows, maybe I'll just swap them all out and see how these work compared to the other ones. But I think there's probably only between 6 to 12 trees that have, you know, the wire's only hooked to like between 6 and 12 trees, so there's not that many of them. There's only 1 fence line that I have insulators hooked to trees, and then there is one on the back property line. I think there's 1 tree there that I hooked it to. So there's not that many, but it's really irritating when you're riding the fence and you're on the gator and it looks like it's fine, but really the insulator's broke. Where on a T-post you can see that, but on the trees it's really hard to see. So yeah, this right here is what I was talking about the other day on that video. So that's what the plan is. And I don't know, maybe instead of wrapping electrical tape around there, maybe a guy could just squirt some silicone or something up in there to keep the wire from popping back out. I really find it hard to believe that this insulator would ever break. I could see this copper piece breaking, but not the insulator, so really once it's on there, it shouldn't have to come back off. But anyways, guys, that's what I got going on. Cornhead's still on the trailer. It's been raining all day, so really didn't get in a big hurry to get that off. So yeah, that's kind of where we're sitting today. So thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, subscribe. Any questions, leave me a comment, and I will catch you guys on the next one.